Hi, everybody, and welcome to my channel. In this live stream, I want to discuss something. It's a question that I usually get all the time in my videos from subscribers. And the question is, what is the right way to write a word or to pronounce a letter or something like that in Egyptian Arabic? And the problem is, Egyptian Arabic is only spoken. There is no official way to write Egyptian Arabic, you know? That's the funny part. It is Arabic, and we can write what people say in Egyptian Arabic, but the writing will not always represent what we say exactly. Because in Egypt, every, hi, Hen, how are you? In Egypt, when we speak, we pronounce the words and some letters differently than in MSA. And what I mean by that, I have a whole video about this. You can find it in my channel. It talks about, you know, the letters and how to pronounce them and the difference between Egyptian and MSA. So it's a whole topic that you can learn by yourself. But there's another topic that people usually ask about, and someone requested a video about that, but I'm not really good in this topic specifically, so I didn't really make a video about that. I don't really like to make videos about something that I don't really know much about, so I could maybe study a little and then figure out the best way to explain it and make it easy, and then make a video about it. So that topic is tashkeel. And what is tashkeel? Tashkeel, I'm sure you've seen it before if you've seen any Arabic like writing. There are these symbols around the words, you know, like the straight line on top of a letter, or maybe underneath, or maybe something that looks like wall or a circle. So those signs do mean something, and they change the pronunciation, and they can change the meaning, and it's a big topic, and I don't think I know about that topic enough to be able to make a video about it. And I think also that this topic isn't really important for you as someone who's learning how to speak the language. So I don't think it's really important for you to learn, because it will just slow you down and confuse you. So it is always better if you focus on actually learning words and how to speak. It's always better to reduce the number of things that you have to think about when you're speaking. So what I would like you to do, or what I always do when I'm learning languages, I try to focus on phrases and sentences that I can say and use, things which are useful. And if you say them more than a couple of times in real situations, I think you will always remember those phrases and sentences. And with time, you will understand, you know, all these small intricacies and details and all that stuff. So back to the first thing that I was talking about, I would like to give some examples about how we write Egyptian Arabic using the English alphabet. So first of all, there are sounds in Arabic that don't exist in English. Like, for example, ha, ha. And the letter ha looks a little like 7. So if I have a notebook in front of me, and if I write the letter ha and I write 7, they do look similar. So for example, I'm writing right now. So if you can see, I don't know if it's clear. Oh, or is it reversed? I'm not sure. But if you look, this is 7, and right here is ha. So when we say a word that has the letter or the sound ha, we write 7 in front of it so that you or anybody else can read it. Okay. For example, a word with ha in Arabic. What's a word with ha? I don't know. Haga, haga, something. So haga, haga. We would write 7 A G A. Haga. So it would look something like this. It would be 7 A G A H, and this is the Arabic writing. Haga, haga. Hey, how are you? I'm good, thanks. So this is what the first thing looks like. Ha is 7. The second thing is kha, kha. It does look like ha with a dot on top. So kha, some people use the number 5 to describe kha, or write KH. Okay, so there are two different ways that we do or write to kharag. Thank you for the help. So it's 5 or KH. So we said 7 ha, KH ha, or 5. And then what else do we have? We have ain, which looks like 3. It's similar, looks like 3, but it's flipped. It's the other side. So number 3 and ain. If you look, see, 3 and ain. So we use 3. So for example, if you want to say Arabi, Arabi, we would write 3 R A B Y. You can write Y or E, whatever you like. There is no correct way to write the words because it's Arabic. It's not English, so there is no right way. So we said ha and kha and ain, and there's also ghin. Looks like ain, but with a dot. So this would be 3 and then apostrophe. So ghin would be a 3 and then an apostrophe like this. 3 apostrophe is ghin. So if I want to say strange, gharib, gharib. So gharib. How would I write that? I would say, for example, 3 apostrophe gharib. So 3 apostrophe R-E-E-B. You just write it how you hear it. So gharib, right there. It would look like. I hope it isn't inversed. This is the Arabic and this is the English. Gharib. Okay, so what else? We have 1 doesn't mean anything. 2, yeah, the number 2 represents Hamza. And I think this would be the most common thing used in Egyptian Arabic because the letter Qaf is always replaced with the sound in Egypt or in Egyptian Arabic. Not always, but most of the time. So, for example, instead of saying qalil, which means a little, we would say alil or ulayil. So, for example, how would I say alil, which is qalil? I would say which is 2, A-L-E-E-L. So alil or ulayil. Alil or ulayil. So 1 doesn't mean anything. 2, Hamza, which is a glossal stop. 3, Ain. 3 apostrophe. Ghin. 4. Some people use 4 for the sound sh, which is sh. I personally write sh. I don't write 4. Some people do. Some people don't. I write sh. Like, for example, a shark. Shark means east. And in Egyptian, we say shar, shar, not shark, shar, shar. So how would I write that? Right, in Arabic, shark. And then in the English, I would write SHAR2. So it becomes shar with the letter or the number 2. Shar, glossal stop. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, ayin, 3 apostrophe, rain, 4, sometimes sheen, 5, kha, 6, nothing, 7, ha, 8, nothing, 9, nothing. Okay, so this is how we use numbers to, try to translate some sounds from Arabic to English. So there's another question that I had about vowels exactly. How do we say vowels? That really depends on the word and depends on, on many things. But let's leave that for a moment and talk about something else before I forget. In Arabic, there's something called shaddah, which doesn't exist in English. And shaddah just means double pronunciation of a letter. And this is everywhere in Arabic. And you should be careful with that. And you should practice that. Because if you don't use shaddah, it can change the meaning sometimes. Let me think of an example. If you don't use shaddah. Yeah, okay. So if you say walla, this is a double L. Walla. This is like or, okay? So when you ask someone, are you gonna do it or not? We said the future, we say ha. So we say ha تعمل ha, it, feminine, ha تعمل means do. Ha تعملها, which is it, feminine, ولا لا, or not. هتعملها ولا لا. هتعملها ولا لا. This means, will you do it or not? Okay, but the word walla, if you don't say it with shadda, it's going to mean something else. If you say walla, remove shadda, it's going to be wala. So this means wala is something. How would I explain that word? Yeah, if you want to say nothing, we say wala haga, nothing. So what's wrong? If you ask someone what's wrong, المشكلة. المشكلة. What's the problem? What's wrong? المشكلة. المشكلة. ولا حاجة. Nothing. This is something that Egyptians usually do. When you ask someone what's wrong, and then he tells you nothing, and then he starts telling you everything. Yeah, we do that. المشكلة ولا حاجة بس 1 2 3 حصل. So ولا is when you're giving someone a choice. Are you going to or not? Wala, and then haga means nothing. Wala haga. And sometimes people say wala to address a boy who's definitely younger, and it's a little rude if you say that to someone, who isn't really your friend or something, so they might be offended by it. Okay, it means boy. It's short for walad, which means boy. Yeah, it's like a way that people say it. Okay, so this is talking about shadda. Be careful with that, and when you're listening to Arabic, you will notice it all the time. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please write them. So let's go back to the vowel sounds in Arabic or in Egyptian Arabic. I would really like to say that there is one sound or one specific vowel sound to use, but there isn't. Because inside of Egypt, we have like 20 something different provinces, and each province speaks differently. And inside of those provinces, we have some differences also. So there isn't really one exact way to pronounce a word, but you just have to be close. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be close. So, for example, if you say "ana bashrab" and you say "ana bashrab," it's okay. Like we will understand what you mean. Okay, but you just have to be close to the pronunciation. But I would say the vowels in Arabic in general are lower than English. I think in English you have to open your mouth more, but in Arabic, not as much. So, for example, if you want to say I drink, ana bash bashrab. You see how my mouth doesn't really open up that much? Ana bashrab maya. Ana bashrab maya. Not bashrab. The A in English is kind of open, like man, can. Okay, I have a plan. But in Arabic, it's lower. Close your mouth more and say ana bashrab, bashrab. Okay, amil a. Okay, so I think this is the only advice I can give you regarding alif. Um, and there's also alif with tashkeel. So if you have an alif and there's a line over it, it would look like this, a line, which is called fatha. And the word fatha literally means like an opening, like open. When I tell you iftah, it means open the door. Iftah il-bab, open the door. So fatha is like an opening, which makes you open your pronunciation, open the sound. So ah, like the word, like the name Ahmad, Ahmad. Okay, but if there, if we have the same line, but under the letter, now it's kasra, which means a break. It's a break in the vowel. So it's more of an E. So instead of saying you say E. So let's use the same word. I said Ahmed, which is the name. But if I use kasra, it turns into an imperative. Ihmid, which means thank. When I say, for example, Ahmed Rabbana, this means thank God. You're telling someone to thank God because he's complaining about something, and we're lucky that it happens. 1, 2, 3 happened. Ahmed Rabbana, which means thank God that you're okay. Okay, so it's the same word, same letters, everything, but instead of saying we said So Ahmed. Okay, and then we have, after the fatha and kasra, we have the dhamma, which looks like the letter waw. It's called dhamma, and dhamma, just like I did with my hand, dom means to get things together. So dhamma, like this, means you do ooh with your mouth, with your lips, like this. So if you see a letter with dhamma over it, the pronunciation is not a or e, it's dhamma. Okay, and I don't want to talk more about talk anymore about tashkeel because it can sometimes confuse people. I've seen people focus so much on that, and I don't think it's good for speaking. But you should know the differences when you're learning how to speak. But don't think about tashkeel. Just remember that when you say Ahmed, it's a different word than Ahmed. Okay. And this is also something pretty common in Egyptian Arabic. And not many Egyptians will know those things because they speak from the meaning. They know the meanings of the words and stuff, so they just speak, and it doesn't really make a difference to them if they know or don't know. I think the only people who know about those things are people who are like, studying Arabic in depth, interested in teaching Arabic, like in schools or universities. They have to really know that stuff, and they have to be able to, you know, um, they have to be able to speak MSA, which isn't really widely spoken in the Arab world. Only those people who are really, really educated, people who are in very high positions in the country, even those people, they make mistakes, which are sometimes bad, but not many people notice unless like they studied that stuff. So this is how hard it is, even for us as, Arabic speaking people. If you go ask anybody who is a native Arabic speaker about Arabic in school, they would tell you, oh, yeah, Arabic was really hard, especially nah. Nah means grammar, because it's really difficult for us. Why is it difficult for us, even though we speak the language? It's difficult because we don't use that stuff. We don't use MSA. We only use our normal everyday Egyptian. Okay? That's it. So those are the topics that I wanted to discuss. Um, the letters that we write, the words we write using English letters, and shadda, and also the tashkeel, which is, the fatha, kasra, and dhamma. And also, how do you know if a word has shadda, which is the double pronunciation? The sign for shadda, it's also usually written over the word. It looks like a W. So you see a word, and there's like all those symbols around it. If you see the small W symbol over a letter, for example, then know that you have to pronounce this letter twice. Like, for example, in my last video, the one with the morning routines, I said lemma, not lima. Now, lima is different, but lemma is the right pronunciation. And usually when I write lemma in English letters, I put this small dash to let you know that there is a small break, that the letter is pronounced twice. Lemma, lemma. Okay, it's a double sound. I don't say lemma. No, it's lemma. Okay, so something small that I wanted to tell you. I know how learning a language feels. Okay, I can already speak three. And at the moment, I am learning Chinese. Okay. I'm not really, really learning, but it's something that I'm doing for fun. And what I always do to learn a language is that I try to find a song that I enjoy, which isn't really fast or really slow. It has to be, you know, normal pace. And then I keep listening to the song, and then after I memorize the tone and the sounds and stuff, I get the lyrics, and then I try to learn every single word in that song. This will help you remember so many words. And if anybody says any word that was in that song, you will notice it right away. So what I like to do, I get a song, I listen to it, song that I like, I keep listening to it, enjoy the music, enjoy the words, and then I find the lyrics, of course, with the meaning, and then I try to practice, and practice. Listen, yeah, try to say the sentence on your own. You don't have to sing, no singing, just try to say the words. And if you can record yourself, you can record yourself on your phone. Listen to the sentence, record yourself, and then listen to yourself. And then listen to the difference. You will know how different and how bad you sound. I don't want to say that, but it does sound very different from when you're listening to yourself directly. It doesn't really sound the same. When you're listening to yourself right away, you feel like, oh, I'm okay. But when you record yourself and then you listen, you're like, you can really notice that there's something wrong. Okay. Abu Omar. Yeah. So that's it. And if there are no questions, then I'm gonna end my live feed. And there's something that I wanted to say. I don't know if the people that I'm supposed to give a free course to are watching, but I wanted to give the course yesterday, and some of them couldn't make it. So I was thinking maybe today, after an hour, I would start this free course to the people that I've already chosen. So please get in touch. مفيش حاجة للناس اللي عايزة تتعلم إنجليزي. وأنا بتكلم إنجليزي ده practice ليك. في المستقبل إن شاء الله هعمل برضو فيديوز عن حاجات الإنجليش. أنا كل ما تجيلي فكرة في دماغي بكتب الفكرة علشان أعمل لها فيديو في المستقبل. ففي أفكار كتير أنا كاتبها، يعني فيديوز تقريبا هتكفي فترة طويلة قدام. What time is it now in China, and when do you sleep usually? The time in China right now is 10:15 p.m. When do you sleep? I don't know. It depends. It depends on my day, but usually I sleep late. I usually sleep late. Abu Omar. Okay. Are there any other questions? Wow, 26 minutes. This goes by quickly. No more questions? Okay, I guess I'll end the stream, and I will see you guys in my next video.